night here of Midweeek Racing, and we in Russia. Q1 is officially underway. We just waiting to see who's going to blink first to get out there and get some times on the board. Not the usual hurry to get out there as always, but again, as I say, that where we go, finding somebody is going out, we starting there with a racing point. Looks like Easytronics. Yep, indeed. Just going to get some detail here. Just that map is so you could also see who's way on track. Right, just waiting so for a couple of guys to come out. There's more of him now on track. Of course, leading car at the moment is Easytronics. Once we're on the hot laps, we will start cycling between the cars. Okay, Devin, thank you for it. They pretty much will have it very soon. Safwan Quinton. Back for a moment. Okay, Debbie, I think you should have it now. Hey Daniel, welcome. As always, Daniel, all the way from the States, and always the first one to leave a comment. Daniel just wishing all the racers out there a blessed and safe race. Of course, Daniel, a racer himself, whenever he gets free time, not always easy with work. Unfortunately, that is how real life works. Whenever you have spare time in between your work commitments, that's when you do this. Otherwise, of course, work always comes first. And welcome to our viewers. And of course, as always, you guys, please leave your comments there, be part of the chat. Okay, I didn't add any updates yet, so maybe the likes of a Quinton or a Devin later can share. Not sure about the race conditions at this stage, but so far qualifying is dry. See what Easytronics do, coming around for a couple of corners. Approaching the second last corner, he's staying out. Ooh, almost nicely brought back there. Come back in on this one, he takes a chunk out. A 138.6 to start proceedings. Of course, that lap time will drop. I think a low 136, even a 135 should see you through. 17 drivers on track, 1 to be eliminated at the end of the session. There we go, now Bulldog a 134, never mind the 135s. 134, that's definitely safe. I can't see him risking the car continuing further, because that will definitely see him through. And then Safwan Quinton, 133.5. The guy's already on it again here in Tier 1, just like last week. Tier 1 seeing some blistering laps. Qualifying 1, I mean, you would like to see that type of times probably in Q2, but definitely in Q3. But yeah, Q1 already. No, these guys are really in the mood to race. RJDV also in the 134s, 134.8. Then there's Cowboy 135, and Easytronics of course with his 138. Mitch at the moment on a 140, but of course different tyre setup, different tyre choice there. I have a yellow on track at the moment. Looks like it's just that slow going Alpha there. Yep, still just allowing a couple of guys to come past. Yeah, looks like Mitch getting a couple of, oh, and there we go. Yeah, his lap time is actually nullified. Not sure why he's going so extra slow. I can understand he's trying to get the guys to come past the quicker ones, but I don't see any damage on that car. Raptor actually goes fastest, 133.3. These guys are taking the fight to each other. Really in the mood to race. Raptor, of course, number 13 there. And Bulldog in the pits, where Mitch retired from the session. And that looks like a true retirement, so Mitch is out. There's our driver pretty much who's eliminated from the session. Everyone else just need to get a lap on the board and they will all go through to the next session. No need to risk it at this stage. Raptor also now in the pits. Running on board here with Mr. Alice. Racing in his pink pajamas, of course. Racing Point. Of course, 2020 will be the last season we will know him as Racing Point. Of course, Lance Stroll acquiring a solid share in Aston Martin, so from next year it will be officially known as Aston Martin Racing. Of course, that also means that this pink livery will be something of the past. Actually, hard to imagine. When they first came, when Force India at the time made it pink, everybody was like, ah, why pink? We got so used to it. Everybody actually loved the pink, and now to think of it that you will not have a pink car on the grid anymore, it's actually something to come to terms with. Devon a bit of a pace there, but of course he won't be too worried. At the end of the day, you just want a lap time on the board, making it through to the next session. No need to do anything funny. Avilach about to start his short lap. Here we go. Nam Bulldog is in front here. Nam Assassin still to set the lap time. And here comes the support for Nam Bulldog. Safwan, pink is gaga. Are you sure about that? There's certain things that's pink that actually some guys can't go do without. Jy weet hy binne P pink. So pas op voordat jy sê P is gaga. So guys, if any of your drivers listening, please can someone share us a weather forecast for the rain, please. Oh my word, thank you for that to Mr. Alice. Of course, Mr. Alice is sitting in here. You might hear from him every now and then. So rain is actually on its way here for qualifying. So before quali is over, we can actually see a wet track. Very interesting. Okay, and there comes Quentin. Thank you. Quentin confirming a dry race scheduled. Yeah, exactly, Quentin. BPP. So you can say pink is gaga nie, chom. And it looks like Nick as well, not just Mitch but Nick as well retired. So we will have, sorry, my bad, 17 drivers. Actually now we actually said everybody else will now make it through. My bad for a moment. I actually counted it as 16, it's actually 17 races when we started. 2 to be eliminated at the end of the session, and that's pretty much the 2 there, Mitch and Nick. So all the guys still in here will make it through to the next session. Well, looking at that first lap time he said Vetet, I will believe what you're saying, and I actually think a couple of drivers should actually pay notice to what you're saying, because he was actually on it immediately in that first lap of his. PBR coming to the pit, lap time invalidated, still to set the lap time. So is Rotor and not Fernando, but they both are on hot laps. Rotor's in the last session here, last sector of a track. RZDV just pulling over, get out of the way, but Rotor's lap time is invalidated. Of course, as you can see with that color of that mini map, and he's also diving into the pit. Just over 7 minutes still remaining. Well, thank you, Ted. Appreciate that. Nice to hear from you guys for the feedback. Guys out there, any races, guys, please, if someone can just help get an invite through to Manu Dietrich. He's got a broken telephone at the moment, but his load shedding is about to be something of a past, so he will be able to race. We'll just miss quali, but he will be in time for the race. If someone can just get an invite to him, please. What's up, yo Slaapstad brak? Woof. No, Steph, it's actually the same as in tier 1. Settings is pretty much the same. No traction. Ah, no, sorry, Steph. You just don't like qualifying, admit it. That start is always a good thing, especially here at tier 2. I must say, last week it was lightning and already a lot of action in that first couple of corners, so I'm expecting the same tonight. Couple of fast guys here that should actually be in tier 1, but they don't like you telling them that. Not Fernando have set a time, a 1:37. It's just DBR and Rotor. DBR is out in an outlap. Rotor in the pit. Devon has retired. Oh, it looks like he said retired. Oh, Namas hasn't left the session. Oh, my, oh, there we go. Pat also leaving the session. I'm not sure if this is now load shedding coming in or just internet stuff. Disqualifies from session. Rotor's been disqualified, parked in a dangerous position. So that's also Rotor in out. So 3 guys out, so only even 14 drivers to go through. Couple of guys disconnecting, not sure if it's internet or maybe load shedding hit them. Yes, Mr. Alice. Okay, Devin, just give me 1 second there. Just hold that comment. I see there is comments migrating host. Everybody is gone, so that also will explain why people disconnected. So there's going to be a restart of a lobby, it looks like it. Cool, but there's no problem, laat weet ons. Okay, Devin, you just make sure that your mic is also on to make sure the guys can hear you when you do comment. No problem. Just waiting to see for new invite because looks like there is a problem here with a lobby. It's Mr. Fernando, Steph. Oh, no invite is yet for a new lobby. Not Fernando is on track, so there's definitely not a restart of a lobby here. He's out on track. It looks like we're fine. It's just a couple of guys that might have had load shedding or disconnect. Because Not Fernando is for host of a lobby and he's out on track going with, about his business as normal. So Devin, when you have a moment, let's just go back to that question you wanted to ask earlier. Quentin, if it's only on your screen, it is possible that you might be the one experiencing lag or whatever. But I also saw a couple of guys disconnect, but also keep in mind there's still ESCOM at play. Some guys also internet connection, so it's actually can be any of that. But there's definitely not a lobby restart. Fernando's still here, he's still continuing like normal. Ooh, and a bit of contact there with a barrier in the process. So no, this will continue. Devin, honestly, my thoughts about it, it looks pretty much the same as last year. The only thing that you don't see on that car, of course, is that big 90 years sticker that you saw on the engine cover last year. But it's pretty much the same color. Of course, the car will look the same aerodynamics wise, because nobody's going to do something different this year, knowing all of those changes are coming in next year. So it's pretty much just to see this season out, and I think it's just going to be one long test for next year, because next year the new car is coming out and it's different changes all over. I was hoping to, at least do a little bit of effort with the livery. I mean, after all, it's just a paint scheme. But Ferrari being Ferrari, stick to the old boring route like always, not trying anything out of the ordinary. But of course, when Ferrari it's red, and you're used to the red. But it would be nice just to see a little bit of more white or whatever, like in some of the other areas. But anyway, that's just me. Yeah. The road cars, I actually like Ferrari in yellow as well. But of course, it must be the right scheme of yellow, the right shade of yellow. Where is Malpai? Yeah, and we're on board here with Malpai. Okay, boys, Manu Dietrich power is back on. Please, guys, send the poor guy invite. He really want to race. Nou, Stef, kots is nie geel nie. It's more kapoen color that. Sorry, and your question to you? Ferrari might not have had the car as such, but Ferrari was pretty much there with Merc. And a couple of silly decisions, and of course driver errors. If it wasn't for that, Ferrari could have actually taken the fight deeper all the way, because even if you look at the season before last, there was one stage Vettel was leaving the championship until pretty much Germany. We buggered up and since we never recovered. So if they just get the mindsets right and they actually dig deep and pull in as a team and make the right decisions, I can see Ferrari as well as Red Bull. Red Bull is still pretty much there in the mix. And of course, previous championship winners, I'm sure if they just get the right bit of tweaks here and there, they will pretty much be up there. And it would be nice if we have a solid 3-horse race for the championship. Staffy still says he can't hear your questions there, Devin. Right, that's Q1 officially done. So Steph, Devin just basically wanted to know my thoughts about the Ferrari launch car tonight, and of course, if it comes down to a different color, what will be the other color that I would like, which is why you responded with Kots Geel. And by the way, Kots is with a S, not a Z, Mr. Spellcheck. And of course, the last question we have was, can Red Bull and Ferrari take the fight to Merc? Because I believe there's going to be a lot of guys taking the fight to Merc next year with the new regulation changes and stuff. So yeah, so it's not not a lot of excitement for this season. I think everybody actually is looking forward to next season already. And maybe that's also why we're a bit frustrated seeing the liveries as is and no real changes and stuff. Right, there we go. There's confirmation. The rain has started. Q2. I'm not sure why. There we go. Somebody's actually going out. I was just want to say, not sure why the guys are not getting out there. Because while it's still a little bit on the dry side, try to get a lap in. It's going to get difficult. And Manu Dietrich is in. Of course, he will miss quali from Jan, but he will be able to race. And yes, Steph, that's actually also, I agree with you there as well. Going from past experiences, that's exactly what I said to Devon. If Ferrari can make the right decisions, but of course, the last couple of seasons we know they did not. So in that case, yes, I also agree. Red Bull will definitely be able to take the fight. Ferrari, not until they sort out their own internal nonsense. All the bones here in East Williams. Just want to get you guys with a little bit of detail here so that you can see, of course, what's the strategy like for the race. Because obviously your fastest lap here, the tyre you set it on will be the tyre you start the race with. Just enough water to make you a little bit cautious. Bit of doubt where you can put it down, where you have to brake early. Of course, when there's that doubt, it also means there's always the possibility of something happening. Last thing you want is to crash out now at this stage. There you go, not Fernando also out. Carbon out lap as well as DBR. Electronics is out there. And Bulldog looks like he's on his way out. There we go. Now Bulldog. Dates Boyke that. Comes out just as his teammate comes around. Of course, tonight Raptor is one of the reserve drivers, filling the seats vacant tonight. So both Ferraris are on song already, looking at those lap times in Q1. Clearly both of them like this track. Oh, and Quinton has got issues with connection. That's why he's still in the pits there. See what oldie boats can do. Oh, no, that's gonna cost him some serious time. As you can see already, the shininess on the tires, also a lot of more drops now on the screen as well. That will send a couple of cars wide, and that obviously was just wide enough to invalidate his lap time. Come around to just restart what he just did now. Of course, you see yellow flag coming up there on the map. You can see exactly where it is. That's pretty much just that car, which I think it looks like probably not Fernando. Okay, not really as much. Look like if I wanted to say he's just getting getting out of the way for people to pass. But as we joined him, he actually recovered there from a huge spin. Luckily kept it out of the barriers. He will still continue coming into the pits. Raptor posted a 138.7 just to be bettered by Malpai, but not by much. That is close, people. That's really close. 0.011. Yeah, 100th of a second. The guys really are in the mood tonight. Nick, not just the race, they mess with freaking pretty much everything nowadays. I mean, you can't plan anything in your life without checking a load shedding schedule or stuff like that. Unfortunately, that is now how it is, and everything must evolve around them. Yeah, I know, a bunch of crazy nuts those. Buddies, as the cars are already taken, of course Raptor's got the Ferrari tonight, so he will not be able to claim the Ferrari. However, the first available car actually will be the one that's going to come to him, because how it works is, whichever car is open, when just before the race starts, the AI will assign a car to you, and pretty much starts from the top. So for argument's sake, if a Merc is open, then obviously he can get the Merc, and of course going down to the list. Of course, even if you drive in a different car, your points that you get in the race will still be going to you for the Drivers' Championship, of course. And the points will be assigned to your team. So him driving for Ferrari, the Ferrari will get his points. We just saw where the DRS is now disabled. Much better now. Of course, already if you look at the lap times from these guys up front, already like more 4 seconds, a little over 4 seconds slower than the fastest lap in the first qualifying session. Looks like RZDV is the first one on Inters. Not going out as yet. Guys, please, if someone can also help Mr. Alice, looks like he's also looking for an invite. Battling to rejoin the session. Okay guys, just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go slight pause here to see if I can get some invites through to these guys. I hope I can. Nope, unfortunately I will not be. So please, if some of the drivers are listening, watching, please guys, can you send Devon and Safwan Quinton invites, please? Okay, staff then, that is between Jonathan and Attie. Obviously, if I said it's fine, it's on, then it's probably on then. So does that mean you want to come to tier 2 then? Because I know you also don't like having traction fully off. No, I don't blame you. Short buddies. The staff, of course, being a bit innovative here for its own good. She's staff, you can actually be nice if you want to. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Parisha's also saying good luck to everybody. Of course, enjoy the race. Mr. RZDV is out on track. Him and Cowboy in the Inters. I can see the track drying up. It's just under 6 minutes to go. It's already this week, so all those guys that's currently showing as dry tires will definitely switch over to Inters. Malpa is something to look forward to. Those new pedals, then of course there is the extra boost that you need, ne? So we'll keep an eye on you. Ooh, RZDV almost for a moment there looked like the back end want to step out, but nicely brought back under control. No, that didn't cost him a lot of time either. Going a bit wide here, always a tough corner, but of course now with a wet track it's a bit tougher. Or like we would say in the Hilux advert, tougherer. only 3 cars on track at the moment. Because Raptor was one of the clever ones, went out early, posted a time when it was still a dry track. He retired, knowing of course there's not going to be an improvement on that time with the conditions as is, and why bother risking the car? Oh my word, Malpai, I'm sure that can't be easy. Having a wheel but your throttle and your brake are on your steering wheel. Wow. Of course, was past first day here on the midweek racing stream. On the Thursday night racing, we had that 2 hour of Botha's endurance race with Project Cars 2. And boy, what a race that was. It was really an endurance race, taking a lot out of the guys. Even us commentators felt it. Battle to stay awake, went a bit late there as well. Of course, that's all that race you can get as well. It's on the same channel here. If you go through the videos posted there, you should be able to find footage of that race as well. Because Nismax, the commentator there in tier 1 year of midweek racing, he won that race after a bit of a battle there with Chen at the end. Yeah, you and Raptor were clever enough, Malpai, to go out when it was still dry, knowing it's not going to be dry for long. Already it was wet when you went out, because if you look at the lap time, I mean 4 seconds already. But you were clever. Now these guys battling tough conditions. Of course, Devon and Quinton looks like still not back in. Oh no, Devon can't rejoin. Now Bulldog now has left position. DBR retired from the session. No lap time set there. So that's a crash retirement win. Jolly Bones out as well, so it's already 2 drivers eliminated. 2 more to go. Because Staffy can't keep a steering wheel in his hands when it comes to F1. PC2 is Project Cars, Malpai. Like I said, there's actually a video clip on the same channel where we also stream that race. This past Thursday was that endurance race I just talked about a little earlier. So you can even go check the highlights there and see what it's like. Some of the guys really like that type of racing as well. There's Project Cars 2, of course. PC2. Just over a minute there for quite a number of guys still to set lap times. Well, the PC2 league at the moment is on Thursday night. It's pretty much the same time as this one. Also starts at 8 o'clock South African time. Yeah, Steph, so we will have to wait to see what the new staff is going to be like. Yeah, sad about Devon, same man. You know what went wrong now tonight? Because that's definitely not load shedding on his end. He does have a power. Now, Staffy, don't try to be an idiot now. You just fell for the poke. You know how frustrating it is not to be able to rejoin. Most of us, if not all, went through that at one stage or the other. Vegetronics way of a pace there, but he's got a lap time on the board. He can actually make it through to the next session. Two guys definitely eliminated so far, Oldie Bones and DBR. Of course, a couple of guys still, the likes of Quinton and Devon, who's not being able to rejoin. Now Bulldog also didn't post the time, a huge couple of disconnects here. CBR Pat left earlier, Nemesis and as well. That will also explain why there's still no lap time there. RGDV doesn't show a lap time. Not sure if this information we're seeing are actually correct. Now Bulldog has joined. Somebody at least managing to get back in. Waiting for Isatronics and RJDV to finish laps. But Devon, you didn't restart Cody's. That doesn't help. You can do your router, you can do your console. If you don't restart Cody's, it's not. You're out. Looks like Nemesis also back in. Alright, Steph, enjoy. Good luck for the race. Of course, Tier 1 also pretty much now in qualifying 3. Both streams running at the same time. So, of course, you guys that's on the channel here following the stream, you will be able to swap between the two. Go see what's happening with Tier 1 and, of course, here Tier 2. And finally, Devon shows has joined. When right at the end when it's too late. Rota also joined again. And there's confirmation of who in the end made it through. Now Bulldog didn't post the time, but he's there. DBR and not Fernando as well. Malpa and Raptor, the guys who made early speedway, they actually went out at the right time. Just a lap for the conditions in. And when pretty much everyone else from there, Cowboy, Avalanche, Isatronics and RGTV getting it on the Inters. Because RGTV were going very slowly, and the time does show that as well. And Bulldog disconnects again. And Nick, what happens if you don't have enough races? Can you just elaborate a little bit? Oh, and it looks like the rain is coming down a bit heavier now. Q3 is underway. Isatronics decided to go for full wedge. Nemesis and has joined again. Last thing you want to see is guys having trouble connecting. Mr. Alice. Nope, he's not back. Oh, and there's Mr. Pajama Llama, of course, racing in Tier 1 tonight. Llama, what's happening that side? Wow, you even got dry qualifying. Nothing like this. For now, until the race starts. Yeah, let's just make sure your mic is on, you don't mute, yeah. Nick, If too many people disconnect, then it's probably a lobby issue. Then what we do is obviously in such a case, which is what I thought early on. If it's an issue with the lobby, people disconnecting, we will restart the lobby and of course restart the proceedings. If it happens where qualifying is completed, we pretty much will obviously do a random setup for the grid, just get the guys in the same position that they were, set up manually, and then obviously start the race pretty much immediately. We're not going to do qualifying from scratch. But just to answer your question, we will restart the lobby if there's an issue with the lobby, and you will probably see that if, of course, on the disconnection, what's happening and lagging, etc. But in this case, I initially thought there was going to be a lobby recreation, but it didn't happen. Looks like those disconnects were just those guys really disconnecting. And 9 drivers made it through to the last session. Wow. Of course, there was a lot of havoc there as well with those disconnects in between. DBR and not Fernando in the pits, the only guy so far that didn't come out just yet. Just over 9 minutes left. Just see if we can get Mr. Alice back here. No, unfortunately no. Mr. Lama got the party, now he's in control of the settings there. Now Bulldog is definitely back in control of that Ferrari. He and his teammate for tonight back out there. But wow, it's some testing conditions. Micha has joined now as well. Can also be that the guys disconnected just for the sake of quali, because they don't want to just be in here the whole time waiting, and they went off to do something else or etc. And of course now just coming back here at the last moment just to be in time for the race. DBR is out. He's actually on wets. Electronics did not go out on the wets as initially shown. Not Fernando, not out. Okay, Mopa retired from the session. Oh, not a good one. Now Bulldog fastest for now, 151.3. Comes his teammate, 151.9. The Ferraris are definitely the cars to beat. RZDV manages to squeeze that McLaren in between the two Ferraris. Avalanche in just over 2 minutes. At 2:02 versus the 151. Surely that's just a lap for now to get a feel for the conditions, and he's going to redo. He can improve on that time. Malpa, I thought as much when I saw you retired. There's something to do with that wheel. It's sometimes like that you get the effect with a controller. With a controller would switch off and you have no control over the car and bang into the barriers. Goodbye race. Never nice just to be a sitting duck, and of course just as being a spectator, no control. Just over 6 minutes, not Fernando is now on the outlap as well. Yes. Oh no. Yeah, you know what, if he gave up, I don't blame him. I would have as well. Disappointment. You're so excited, you get ready, you put in the practice, and when you have a connection issue. And he never have that type of issues, just now for some reason tonight. Don't rely on your AI. The AI is a bad driver. Ooh, big moment there for not Fernando. Back in, stepping out. That is front wing damage. Can you get it back to the pits to change the wing? Double stacking here for Ferrari pretty much. Both guys coming in. And there we go. We got Mr. Ali's back. Back in the chat at least. Oh yes, big time. Couple of guys, it's just Avalanche pretty much is out there. Hard lap. It doesn't look like he's going much faster. Not from this angle. Yeah, luckily not Mopai, so you can actually make up positions. But starting at the back doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But of course now you are right in the middle. Yeah, that's something else. And look, I think it's going to be an interesting one tonight with the races. We have some of these guys have some terrific pace. No, Mopai, you won't be last. No, you made it to Q3. The lowest you will start is like pretty much 9th or 10th. If you look at the amount of drivers, it's probably going to be just you're going to be 9th. Because once you're in Q3, you will not be moved lower than the last position in Q3, which is 10th, of course. But only 9 cars made it through tonight. Avalanche still trying to improve on that 202 of earlier. So a split decision here between Ferrari. One car on wets, one car on inters. Not sure if it was a driver's choice or it was a Jeff moment. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining. So far that pole spot is Bulldogs. Raptor comes around, starts his hot lap. Already these on out lap as well there. Bulldog as well. Cowboy was in the 151s there. Cowboy and RGDV finding in between the two Ferraris. Raptor will try to get some more time. See if he can be back alongside his teammate tonight. Oh, and Raptor retired, just as I say that he retired, pushing too hard in these conditions. Smack bang wallop. Ooh, and there goes Bulldog as well. Both Ferraris finding the... Oh, and pretty much he almost went into his teammate. Yes, and he almost went back in first into Raptor where he retired. Wow. Of course, end plate on that front wing is gone. So much for that outlap or that hot lap. have to go back, change wing, but unfortunately there's not going to be enough time, so you will have to settle with what you have on the board. He's obviously on the slower tyre. Wing damage car is not going to be that fast, so no real time to gain for him. That leaves a back door open for RZDV if he can improve on his time. Nope, RZDV does not improve on his time. Not Fernando, not able to close a time. Mopai is retired as well as Raptor, but Raptor did put up a time before he did. Avalanche coming in the pit, he's not going to continue this lap. Session has come to an end, just waiting for these last couple of guys to finish their laps. Attie is going around the final corner. 1:55.05 each stage. That's pretty much everybody, just waiting for those two cars in the pit to just hit the retire button when it's pretty much done and dusted. I hope everybody's in here, because if you're not in here when the session ends, unfortunately you will not be able to race. We'll see now if we manage to get some of the drivers back and who's on grid and who's not. Just confirmation, now they ended. Bulldog takes pole position from RZDV from Cowboy. Raptor, of course, will start in 4th, given his time, slightly faster than DBR. Of course, Avalanche finished in 6th, Electronics in 7th, Mopai 8th, of course he retired without posting at lap time. Not Fernando did not set the lap time. Thanks Mopai, good luck for the race. Here we go, just waiting for everybody to set up their strategy. Oh no, Pat has left the session at the most awkward time. About to start the race and then disconnect. Of course, once the first driver ready up, like you saw now, the time will start counting down. 24 seconds left, unless of course everybody ready's up. Mopai is also ready now. Raptor is ready. Devin is ready. Pat is joined. I'm not sure if that's going to be in time or it's actually going to make a difference at all. Here we go, just getting the formation lap underway. It shows 17 drivers. Looks like the 17 we started with were all back. Well, it's still 17 as we started, but not exactly the same drivers. Unfortunately, Pat will not be able to race. Definitely not there, even if he rejoined, that still counts as a DNF. Unfortunately, he went out, can't rejoin. We would have then had 18 drivers. because the guy's just trying to get that extra heat into the tires. Malpai starting in 8th and not the potential 10th or 9th as said earlier. Of course, not Fernando didn't set the time in Q3, hence obviously he got promoted ahead of not Fernando. As you can see, this will be a 27 lap race, of course 50% race distance. Mixed strategy here. One hard tire, but three mediums, and the rest are all soft. Just waiting for everybody to line up. Once the grid has reformed, we can start. Close car here at the end. Looks like an assassin's car. Oh, neat left session as we're about to start. Right, 4 lights, and we are racing. Bulldog with a very solid pull away, so it's RGDV and so is Raptor. Raptor challenging on the inside, 3 cars side by side there for a moment. Oh, some contact at the back. Red Bull going wide, coming back in contact. Oh, and then also more contact. Raptor and Cowboy battling there. Rotor with a 5-second penalty, severe collision with Quinton. Virtual safety car, that's why everybody's going a bit slow now. 5-second penalty for Manu Dietrich. Devon Ellis also. Just like last week, a couple of incidents already on lap 1. Force has jumped, Raptor has made up 2 places. So Ferrari 1-2 at the moment. Okay, and if I hear what Mr. Lama says, the Gaff Peak also not having a good race that side. And we are back racing. Not sure if Nick will be able to rejoin that Red Bull. I don't think so, he disconnected just before the race started, so this car is still showing ghosting. Nope, he couldn't rejoin in leaving the session, as you can see. Bulldog with 149. Ooh, nice evasive driving there. Manu Dietrich almost running the back of Oldie Bones. Oh, and Oldie Bones can't slow down for the pit. There we go, 3-second time penalty, corner cutting as a result of that. Couple of us coming in, of course, that's that incidents at the start. Reporting damage, of course. Virtual safety car again. Kevin on his way again. MWR getting past electronics. Electronics getting a much better drive out of that corner. Come back at him. Yeah, thanks Nick. I'm sure a couple of these guys will enjoy the racing. Now Bulldog Silver fastest 147.0 now. Ooh, wrapped a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, Daniel of course saying every time he sees Devon's pink car he thinks of a Pink Panther. Virtual safety car again. DRS is now enabled. Ferrari definitely in control of this race at the moment. And the guys that's going to give him a hard time is actually both of them at each other. Force wanting to have a go, think about it, drive to the outside, but then immediately fall to the better of it. Not the right time to pass. You don't want to dive bomb, especially your teammate. You don't want to mess up their race. Of course, the golden rule of F1: do not take out your teammate. And the time penalties are flying left, right, and center. Rotor for drive-through penalty there. Road TV also time penalty. Again, Foss is closing up on the back of Bulldog, so wanting to have a look. Still another 22 laps to go after this one. Not Fernando, looks like it's 5 laps already on this set of tyres. Still 1.8 seconds behind the leaders. Nico's provisionally fastest, so 140.2. Oh boy, again, you and Gavin. Aldibone's going faster. Let's see what happens this time. See if Fernando can actually catch it in front. That's his teammate, of course, Avalanche. Then Safon Quinten. He goes fast as a 137.8. Not Fernando pushing like crazy, but it doesn't look like he's really catching up. Just keeping in touch with these guys. Raptor with a 3-second time penalty. Malpa as well, 5-second penalty. Oh, some contact here between Avalanche and Malpai. Avalanche is going in a little bit deep. Oh no. Oh crap. What a good one we're in tier 1 tonight. Ooh. No, we didn't add any safety cars as yet, but a couple of virtual safety cars. Only lap 10 out of 27. Young Bulldog with a 3-second time penalty. See what Raptor can do. RCT Bone rejoined, RCTV. Yellow flag out there. No, not really an incident as such, just enough to make everybody cautious. Wonder how long some of these drivers will still go before there's DQ on the cards. There we go, Devon has retired. Looks like that's it. So look, there you had it from the man himself. Quentin in front for no. Ooh, no, that's just a ghost car there of Devon. Is Electronic still going? Not your best. Oh well. You need to be political correct, otherwise you might as well give up. Mitch now with a 3-second penalty. Another 15 laps remaining after this one. And Devon, just remind me, if I'm not mistaken, just remind me quickly, last week it was also Quentin who came back, came in for the victory. Yes, correct, because I also recall him winning. Yeah, so I didn't do anything wrong, so I was fine there. Nick now with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, those penalties are adding up. Yo. Wow. Can he keep it there? He can. Can he just keep it? Can he just tell himself that? Can he keep himself honest? That's it. Mm. Needs with a 3-second penalty now as well. See if he can. Hey, I was just about to say, can he hopefully get in around quick? Looks like they did do a quick stop. Interesting, because strategies again are mixed. Nope. Ooh, is it running? It's also a 3-second time penalty added again. Now look, I'm not arguing with Nick, he's definitely a good racer. He's currently in 4th place, coming around to start another hot lap. Ooh, but we might have lost one of the drivers here again. Not sure which one, because both of them show they were in the race. Mopo and Cowboy. Less than 2 seconds from each other. Raptor now fastest 137.1. Yes, we're still with that battle where we are here. Oh, now I'm assassin with a 30-second time penalty. But we're still close, still staying in close vicinity of each other. Oh, Raptor's out. Raptor's gone. And good points up for grabs again. And Quentin is on the softs now. Danny's stopping. So Quentin should be able to come back out once two in front stops. Still that Fernando, Mopai and Cowboy battle. I don't blame her. If you were Mercedes, you probably wouldn't have been. Of course. Right, that's Fernando coming along to start his 90th lap. Oh! There we go. Mopa is diving on the inside. And Nick also had a bit of an incident there, but he manages to get away with it. Conan goes faster, but he's on the softs, he's on the much faster tyre. Will also have less grip as well. Needless to say, the penalties are still flying left, right and centre. Oh, you're still in there. Hmm. Oh, no, no, don't even ask. Hmm. I don't know what this Raptors problem is. Complaining again, the game is broken, so I'm not sure what's happening there. 3 more laps to go after this one. Ooh, not Fernando now overtime penalty as well. Got nothing unusual, a lot of penalties going tonight. Opa having a solid race in 4th. Go for it. Oh, that was clear. That was clear, very clear. And I mean, that gap opened up steadily from lap to lap. It was at one stage just over 2 seconds. Yeah, just kept opening up. So he kept it together. Well done to everybody, definitely. Oh no, somebody already, here he comes. Someone messing up another one's race. No, not good to see that. Never a good thing. Last thing you want is to be known as the guy that messed up the other guy's race. Right, just obviously coming in there for the podium celebrations, and there we go, off to the final standings. Wow, out of that 14, only Cowboy's the only one with no penalties. Wow, guys, look at those penalties. Yo, huge time. So Quentin obviously takes the race win from Malpai, from Bulldog. Yes. Yeah, 23 DBR correct. And of course that also added at the time at the end, which is obviously also influence on where they ended in the end. But yeah, that is that. Round 4 here in Russia concluded. Yeah, I thought this much, Malpai. Mr. Attie, thank you so much for you too. I know it had a bit of a tough one, never nice to retire. You'd rather go slow and make sure you're still in race. But anyway, that is that one. That's it. No, but at least you can finish. Alright, take care. Yeah, no, always a pleasure. Guys, with that, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being part of the chat. Of course, next round 5, next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. And also, of course, for the guys following this channel, there will be no stream on Thursday night for the Project Cars race, as it is week off this week. Of course, Friday there will be the TNB racing, also at 8 o'clock South African time. Guys, take care. Till next time, stay safe. Cheerio.